Morning, everyone. I hope you're all okay, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke together with Rev Yutaka Yamada. Today is Saturday, the 12th of October 2024, or the 10th of September in the 12th year of Chonilguk. So let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Chanji Chapunginge, Kyombe, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 3. 천일국 주인, 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 판조권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 3. Our family, the owner of Chonilguk, pledges to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family by centering on true love. Just join me. I'll offer the opening prayer. Our most beloved Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, we're grateful to be able to gather together to greet you in the morning, to offer you our devotion, and to really attend our true mother as she works tirelessly to bring about the substantial Chonilguk here upon this earth. And we await the grand opening of the Chonil Sanctum in the Chonwon-gun to take place next year in April 13. And we know that this is a dramatic turning point in history, at a magnitude that is outside of our understanding, that truly this is the time when the world should awaken to the fact that you are our heavenly parent, the parent of all humankind that gave birth to humanity and of all things, and also about our true parents, how they are the embodiment of you here upon this earth that enables you to experience the physical realm through them. And also, because of the fall, through them, the blessing, the grace of the blessing is available to everyone. When people can understand and desire to be restored back to your original family, then through the blessing given by our true parents, they can finally sever the links to the satanic realm and enter your kingdom here upon this earth. And as we know, we're in the 12th year of Chongalguk, and it's time for us to recognize the enormous victories that have already been made by our true parents. The historic debt is paid and the restoration of your heart has been realized, and now we are building substantially on earth the Chongalguk. So we want to be able to give you this humble offering of our community gathered together so that we can offer to you our determination to continue until it is fulfilled. So thank you for your guidance and wisdom, and we ask for your presence as we share together today. I report this in my name, John Adamides of the Blessed Central Family, Arju. And let's give a warm welcome to Rev Yutaka as he shares this morning.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning Hunnoke. Already ending the week and also preparation for the next week. So each day we are living together with creation of new God's providence. Now Mother is emphasizing about entrance ceremony of Chonongun and Chonil Sanctum. Let's continuously offer the Chonson and organize and invest well. So thank you everyone. Last night we had also joined the Church Shimon prayer. So I appreciate everyone. And through Church Shimon prayer, President Son also share several providential activities. And that moment, Mother, he shared about the true Mother's message. And Mother also said, if Christianity, if true parents could start the providence together with Christianity, how wonderful it was. If we do only unification movement itself, there is limitation. We have to go together with Christianity. So Mother is mentioning about Christianity. That's why how we can restore, how we can go together with Christianity. This is really our important aim. So Mother is emphasizing, let's also pray and do together for Christianity. So this is the yesterday photo. This is Sydney side. Thank you, brothers and sisters, to join Chonshimon prayer. Now Chonshimon prayer time. Korean time was almost same, 10 to 1, but because of daylight saving, Sydney, Melbourne side, I think changed from 12 to 3 a.m. And I believe New Zealand and Samoa side is, I think, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., right? Really hardworking and special Chonsong, but really Chonsong will move the heaven. We continuously offer those devotion, and this becomes the foundation to move and also fulfill God's providence. So this is Sydney side. Thank you for joining from Sydney side. It was also good time. All missionary also together. And this is Melbourne side. Thank you for joining from Melbourne. This is beautiful. This New Zealand, always your unconditional Johnson is precious. Thank you on New Zealand side. And this is Marshall Island. Thank you, Marshall Island, always. And this is Vanuatu. Now Vanuatu team is joining. So now just small numbers, but Vanuatu also is offering Johnson. Samoa, thank you also Samoa. And Palau, great. And Solomon Island. Many people also are joining together. So now, in the headquarters, I think 7 countries are already doing centering on center or churches or headquarters. That's also precious to gather together. And also beside of that, the person who joins through Zoom, this is also same. How precious you are. Let's continuously offer the chanson. So chanson prayer is the important chanson. Really I appreciate. Continuously let's share and send this chanson to our beloved mother. So thank you everyone. And this Sunday, Sydney side is organizing the Family and Friend Fun Day, a witnessing seminar. So if you can join together, this is also great support. Please pray and support for this program, Sunday afternoon. So we'll do these things. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So today our message is from Chon Sung-gyeon, the principles of existence and action. Let's see together. Mrs. Na, please.
When you enter the deepest level of true love, you can communicate with all of creation. You can communicate even with the rocks and the plants. In the world of true love, all things are able to communicate with one another. This is because everything that was created according to the pair system lives for the sake of uniting under God's love, and such true love resonates. When you are within the realm of true love, you can experience God's eternal and external worlds. As such, you can naturally get to know without being taught about the spirit world and about God, and about how to attend your parents and your nation's king during your earthly life. Love does not choose its avenues carelessly. It has its own formula. There is but one path love takes, and no other.
Yes, thank you. Father said, when you enter the deepest level of true love, you can communicate with all of creation. So can you see this word? Enter the deepest level of true love. This is also the meaningful words. The true love will be resonated. That meaning is, if we could enter the world of true love, then everything we could be connected with all things. This all things of creation, universe, or earthly world, or human world, and including God, everything are existing based on true love. That's why how can we connect with all things? And Father said, as such, you can naturally get to know without being taught about the spirit world and about God and about how to attend your parents and your nation's king during your earthly life. So you can recognize this is original human beings status or standing point. So naturally, original person could understand the existence of God and existence of spiritual world. So actually our human beings are created this kind of way. So how beautiful and how grateful it is. So if we don't, our ancestor didn't get the human fall already, that we could understand about God, about spiritual world naturally. So we could see these things. Please.
Who teaches about love? The natural world is our teacher. The animals that run about in the hills are male and female, as are the butterflies. Everything exists in a system of pairs. When the flowers bloom, the twittering and chirping of birds can be heard in the beautiful hills. For what purpose do the male and female birds sing? There are 3 reasons they do so. One is to express hunger, another is to express love, and the last is to call to their young. They are singing because of love.
Yes, thank you. So through the nature, we could learn about the world of true love. So God prepared all things to teach and to prepare for our human beings. So in order to see or through these things, we could recognize that even God's child, even children of heavenly parent, that person is not the perfect from the beginning or from the birth. Everyone have to go the process through effort, experience, and growing period. Finally, people can be the perfection. So through with this meaning, through the learning through the nature or realization through the nature, those things are also the important process for learning and growing for each of us. And about the way of true love, meaning of true love. So true love also, we will learn the true love through the nature and even through those experiences. Please.
On the path of true love, everything becomes one automatically. All entities in creation, no matter how small, are made in pairs. Even after thousands of years, the pair system will remain unchanged. No created being can change the design concept of the pair system. It is eternal. All the phenomena surrounding us teach this. The original unfallen creation teaches us this fact. Trees, for instance, never stop growing. They never rest. All living things grow continuously, day and night, throughout the 4 seasons. All things of the created world follow that original path.
Yes, even after thousands of years, the pair system will remain unchanged. No created being can change the design concept of the pair system. It is eternal. So we are living on this earth, but this world itself is not existing only this time of period of time. Even in the past, this nature, this environment, this earth are existing, and in the future also same. That's why those nature or animal or those world or universe are existing actually beyond of that time. We are so busy, every day we are spending the busy life. Today is busy, last week, next week. Our human society, human world, somehow we are really living in the busy life. Then how about the natural world? Whatever happening, what kind of situation is happening in the nature, those tree is there, and sun is there, or ocean is there, even 1,000 years ago, or even after 1,000 years. So this itself looks like those nature's existence is kind of the normal and natural for us. But this existing itself is actually special things, and this is a special love from God for our human beings and God's wish to our human beings. Please. Mrs. No?
Oh, sorry. Aspects of existence and the principles of action and interaction. Why is it that the act of giving leads to prosperity and growth? It is because this act is in line with the original principle of God's creation. God created not by taking, but by giving. When we give, everything increases. When we change our attitude to one of giving, then everything will increase. When we receive again and again, we are diminished. Why is this? It is because when we go along with the principles of God's creation, the universe supports us. The whole universe supports us.
Yes. So we heard those messages many times, but this concept is really important. So I will read this paragraph again. Why is it that the act of giving leads to prosperity and growth? It is because this act is in line with the original principle of God's creation. God created not by taking, but by giving. When we give, everything increases. When we change our attitude to one of giving, then everything will increase. When we receive again and again, we are diminished. Why is this? It is because when we go along with the principle of God's creation, the universe supports us. The whole universe supports us. So Father is explaining that if we give continuously, we will increase. And if we have this kind of concept, if change our mindset, then we will be developing. So because of human fall, we are receiving influence of human fall even from our birth. So giving something to the people, or receiving something from the people. Which one do you like? Which one is easy for you? Which one is happy? Giving something, this happiness of giving is bigger, or happiness of receiving is bigger? Maybe depends on your character, your environment, your experience, your nature. But I believe many of people are willing to receive first, or happy to receive that. So how we can change this concept from just receiving to giving, happiness to give others. Of course, we could be happy when we receive something from someone, but how about our kind of percentage or starting point? So if we try to change this concept to give something more than receive something, our life will be totally changed. So this mindset cannot be changed immediately. We should effort, and we should also have a strong determination to change this concept. If we could have this original concept to give for others first, or live with giving others, then what's happened? Our universe will protect. Our universe will support. So this word actually looks simple. We heard many times, but how we can do the things when we live during daily life, we keep this mind. Try to give first. Try to think others first. Try to sacrifice for others first. How often can we keep this mindset? How often can we practice the things? So even one time, even two times, even 3 times a day, let's try and try and try, and let's confirm our God universe supporting us. So then surely our life concept itself will be totally changed. Please.
Everything in the universe needs energy in order to exist. However, energy doesn't arise by itself. For energy to exist, there has to be constant action. Only constant action creates energy. In other words, for energy to exist, action is required. And if this energy comes into existence through action, then how is this action maintained? Since nothing acts on its own, there must be subject and object partners. This is an ironclad principle. Subject and object partners don't interact in order to remain as they are, Rather, they interact in order to advance to a higher level. This is the principle.
Yes, Father is talking about relationship between subject partner and object partner. And if we could have the place where the object partner and subject partner can give and take action well, then from that place, the energy will be generated and developed well. And this power, in order to exist, will be also generated. And these things should be continued. Please.
All things must have a dual structure in order to exist. When God creates, he acts for the sake of others based on his deep love and invests again and again, forgetting how much he has invested. This reveals the core of our great universe. For example, the solar system and the countless heavenly bodies in the universe are around in shape. Everything moves in relation to a central nucleus. Love is the same. Love for humankind emanates from the realm of God's heart and serves as the axis of the entire universe. It has moved history continuously toward God's own perfection and the completion of his ideal of creation. You will see that it is the same in the spirit world. All existence exists full of subject-object partnerships in an atmosphere of love.
Yes, thank you. God himself has been investing like this kind of way. And when we see the universe, when we see the world, even when we see the spiritual world, they are also existing this kind of same way to give to subject and object partners. Please.
In order to develop, we always have to seek to reach a position better than our present one. Action occurs only when something can be added. If the result will detract, action doesn't occur. Only when two become one does development ensue. When there is no unity, there is absolutely no development. This is an ironclad principle of the universe. A unity comes only when both partners find that their value will increase. If it were a principle that interaction leading to a minus brought unity, this world would disappear. If the principle's logic were based on a rule that things unite by becoming smaller, the whole world would regress. If there were such a principle in the world, even if one side of the world were to develop, the other side would decline. There is no such law.
Yes, thank you. Father said, only when two become one does development ensue. When there is no unity, there is absolutely no development. So Father is emphasizing this point continuously, and this is the everything. Two become one, or other elements become one or unite. When they unite together, that will be developing. But if there is no unity, there is no development. How about our relationship? How about the lifestyle? Are we the person who create unity, or are we the person who destroy the unity? Who is the wise person? Who is the successful person? Who is the person of true love? The person of true love is to bring unity in any kind of places. Who is the person of false love or satanic love? The person who will disunity, bring the disunity. This person is the more closer with nature of God. When we live in each day, each place, even doing our providence, mission, work, relationship with our friend, colleague, or any kind of place, How about ourselves? Which kind of person are we? So we have to reflect. And this is the principle of universe. Do we follow to the universal principle of universe and develop together? Or do we against the law of universe and to destroy ourselves, destroy the environment? This is depends on also just our choice, our determination. Please.
Subject and object partners interact only when their action will lead to something better. Otherwise, they will not interact. This is an ironclad principle of the universe. In a chemistry lab, you can never force certain elements to bind with certain others. If you tried it, the end result would be negative. The elements know that their interaction would detract from both, so they do not interact. God will not even let them relate with one another. That is the principle. There are some elements, however, that naturally relate with one another without hesitation. They know that their interaction will always form something bigger and better. They engage with one another because they are in the position to add something. So no matter how much you try to prevent it, they will interact. This is the principle according to which this universe was created.
Yes, this is the principle. If you are alone, you cannot create the standard, and give and take action will be not happening, and even you cannot generate the power or energy. So give and take action. The subject partner and object partner are two elements will unite together. Those things are the principle of universe. So how we can apply and live accordingly, please.
In atoms, electrons surround the protons. Protons and electrons interact because their purposes harmonize in forming an atom. Their individual purposes cause them to unite. God, too, is an existent being, albeit on a higher level. Existence means that he also has to be a real being of substance. In order to exist eternally, he too must have eternal subject partner and object partner characteristics with dual purposes perfectly harmonized. What does this mean? In the end, it means that God exists as the harmonization of the characteristics of a subject partner and an object partner.
Yes, this principle would be applied for all existence, even small cell, or even atoms, or even until the universe. All existence are developing based on this order, or based on this principle. So Father is talking that God exists as the harmonization of characteristics of the subject partner and object partner. God are existing like this, and all things of creation are existing like this. Please.
If all subject and object partners are completely united in eternal love, the universe is responsible to protect them eternally. If any third force tries to destroy them, the force of the universe will remove it. This represents the principle of existence of the entire visible world. The principle is the same everywhere, including the world of love, the spirit world, and in the current reality of our world on earth. This universal principle functions everywhere. This is why we have to live according to the principle.
Yes, how we can utilize this force of the universe or principle, universal principle about the principle of universe, principle of love, principle of spiritual world, everything are actually organized under same principle. And when everything are united based on eternal love, universe will protect. A universe has responsibility to protect us. So universe are staying together with us. If we could live based on the principle accordingly, then the universal law will protect us. So how we can utilize these things when we see our society so many problems, how we can apply this principle. The universe want to protect. Universe have a responsibility to protect us. But still, when we see the society, we could not see this protection of universe. That meaning is this principle is not working well, or this relationship were not established properly based on the subject partner and object partner relationship. So if we could establish, if we could make it in order about subject partner and object partner relationship in each place, then universal power, energy will guide and protect and support us. So actually this message, just one or two sentences, but this is the universal principle. We have to try, we have to use this, we have to experience the things during our lifetime, or even our any kind of relationship. Are we having the natural or peaceful relationship with others? Or can we find some uncomfortable relationship with someone? If there is, then we should try to apply how to love, support, or how to unite this person. Then we should recognize, or we might recognize about universal power or God's even principle through overcoming this relationship. So today we share about Father's message from Cheonsongyeon, especially those principle. So we could see this how the principle of true love is great. Once we enter the level of the world of true love, all things will be resonated together, including God. This word is also precious word. Let's experience and let's realize and let's share this love to another brothers and sisters. Each day is a great time. Let's offer the happiness and great things to our heavenly parent and true parents. So thank you for joining today's morning Hondoke. Today is a Saturday, and after Chonshimon prayer, it's not simple time, but surely this Chonsong will be remaining and create God's providence more and more. Let's unite together and create great time. Thank you very much once again. 감사합니다.
Kamsamnida, thank you very much, Reverend Yutaka, for sharing with us this morning. And I think that principle of giving leads to prosperity and growth is in action today and always. And as you said, we had Chongsimwon prayer early in the morning, and we're here still giving. So that means there's got to be some prosperity and growth happening as well. And prosperity, I think, means a lifestyle that is full of prosperity. Commonly, people think is money. In this world of money, and we see a prosperous person as someone that has a lot of wealth. But prosperity, I think, real prosperity, according to God's eyes, is not the monetary wealth, but the wealth of having many great relationships with many people around us. Because we have the natural relationship of the pair system, and we all form pair systems, but then each pair needs to relate to other pairs so that we work together as a community. I mean, that's the natural growth, that's the prosperity. So when we give, then the prosperity comes from the relationships that we all have, and those relationships continue to grow. And if there's a monetary value in the sense that we are all comfortable in our lifestyle, that's an added bonus, I think, because that's after the relationships have settled, that people look after each other, and then you don't have to worry about where you live or where you stay or what you wear or what you eat, because the law of love automatically says that the universe looks after us, protects us. You can't get rid of the relationship, but is there to support it and tell it and help it to grow. So I think this is, that's what is the original principle, that God created. So prosperity can also mean more of the same, just as in the go forth and multiply sort of principle, created the pair system, and then they will just continue to multiply forever. So the prosperity also is the numbers that result from the growth. So it's interesting that this is a principle, and as long as we do it, we're fine. And we always have to maintain the correct way. I mean, it's the path of love. In the beginning, the one path that love takes, is revolves around the pair system, and it lives for the sake of uniting under God's love. So if we're in line with God, and then that's really the place that leads to prosperity and growth. And the problems come because we think we give, but it's not necessarily aligned with God's love. And so therefore the principle that is naturally there doesn't operate. We get something less. And so that needs to be a lesson to us. As Father said, who teaches about love? It's the natural world that teaches about love. So the lessons are right in front of us of how the pair system operates. As he said, the interaction will always lead to something better. And so if it doesn't lead to something better, then it's the wrong interaction. And as it said, there in some circumstances, it's impossible to get an interaction, using the examples of chemicals, because they just won't combine. They have to follow the right order. They have to. I mean, the natural world follows it. It's only the fallen world that tries to break the natural interaction because of selfish motivations, as opposed to motivations that benefit everyone. And so that's I think what we've experienced with Chongsim Wan and coming here for Hundok is an expression of going that path of love. So giving leads to prosperity and growth, and just recognizing that we have achieved that prosperity and growth in ways that are in line with God's will, more than our own sometimes wrong expectations. And if we settle ourselves, then we can truly understand, without being taught. That's the other aspect. If you're really connected correctly, then spirit, the things that are created are automatically understood. There's no confusion about spirit world. There's no confusion about who our parents are and how the order is expressed. So with this love, we can achieve everything that God desires. Anyway, some thoughts this morning, and thank you, and open it up to others who'd like to share. Thank you. Yes, Margaret, go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you, Reverend Yamada. That was great. I love that one. I thought maybe if people have some comments on some examples of this concept that giving will merit prosperity in the family structure. Just curious to know how people have been educating this in the family structure or in education settings with examples, practical examples, especially for the youth, how a character of giving will secure prosperity. This comes as I'm speaking to one of my nephews who has a business, and he is a churchgoer. But when it comes to business, he would make comments like, "I cannot just give, otherwise I will lose my business."
Actually, when you do look at the different people who have become successful, like multi-millionaires, and you read some of their life stories of how they achieved there, they always had a portion of their profits that they gave to humanitarian reasons, other people or things in need. And when they did that, then it enabled their business to continue and grow. When they stopped giving a portion, then it seemed to result in less customers. And there's a number of Warren Buffett is, people that started from zero and became hugely successful. There's a number of books of different people. Loads of, I'm sure Chris knows a few examples there. Go ahead.
I just want to add to what you're saying, John. It's exactly true. And beyond that, you'd be very surprised that all of Warren Buffett is probably the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
And the top billionaires have all come to realize one thing. Once you get to that level, if you want to be successful, you have to have absolutely no self. Everything you do cannot be centered on anything that connected to yourself. It's all about a higher purpose. And I was very surprised to learn that. You would think that they got more and more selfish, and that happens on lower levels. But the people who really make it, they've realized I have to do this for a higher purpose. It's incredible, the things that are coming out now. And one extra thing, I'm now looking at a person who's written some self-guidance books and even children's books, and he's a Navy SEAL, and he's been in active combat. He's killed people, and he has written these books, and people, it's just incredible. And he comes to the same realizations, and he says, what do you do when your leader, and you've got to remember, these leaders are leading people into combat situations, and you don't think they're right? What are you going to do? How are you going to harmonize in that situation? And the answer was, you give him everything you got. You attend him absolutely fully. Why? Because that's the only way to build trust. Never going to listen to you if you rebel. So I was incredible things coming out. A military leader writing children's books that are selling millions of copies, and adults are reading it and changing their lives. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Wright, go ahead.
Thank you, Margaret. And just one of my customer who is successful for the like a sushi shop, and that owner always says it's providing their product. Then always customer must be winning, and if he said, if I'm winning all the time, but I'm losing. So he always, customer must be winning. It's like price-wise and also taste-wise. Actually, he is very successful. That is one of the principles he mentioned. Right.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Yeah. That's probably a principle that you also used in your own business, looking after the customer. And not just the customer, but also the employees too.
Yeah, you are, Rev John, you're looking after us. That is one. We respect.
Looking after us? What?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just wanted to pipe in with the comments of Bruce. That was very helpful to gain that insight of trust. And the other one also from Mr. Arai. I really like that. The customer is always right, and therefore the price and the taste. Those are very good examples that are very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, Randall, go ahead, and then after Randall, Jeff. Go. Yeah.
Actually, one of the things I was going to say was I wanted to hear from Jeff his take on this, because I know with interfaith, with the interfaith circles, I was a Moonie in amongst all the different people, and I know that they were actually quoted in newspapers. The reporters would go up to these religious leaders and ask them their opinion about the Unification Church. And they were actually quoted in these negative newspaper articles about us. And I was asked in the interfaith group to give my testimony. And this is while I was recognized as UPF, Universal Peace Federation. They didn't associate that with Unification Church. So when it came time to actually come up and say, what would I say type of thing, they were like, okay, I've known you for a while. You've been in our community for a while. We've known you for over a year. This is back in 2008. And they said, well, isn't your group dividing families or something like that? And I said, you've met my family. You've seen, they come along to these, different events that we have on. So, yeah, that's right. And it's that input that you have that you're able to fall back on. and be able to say, what is the source of your information? And a lot of the information is just from people that are rivals, trying to use religion as a bully type of tactic rather than really giving the chance for people. But anyway, I'd like to hear how Jeff had that with himself, with his own interfaith. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
ジェフに聞いたの
Anyway, in the case of business, the more you give to your business, invest in it, the more it will become better, more products and more time. And that includes also the customers as well who come there. You really give them what they need, not cheat them or not shortchange them. Because it is a give and take thing, obviously, very clearly in business. You need money and they need a product, So you always just give and the best product and the best you can. And then sometimes business people are very selfish. They try to deceive the customer, sell old products to them, old fish, and I'm sure Mr. Rise often had fish that was suspect, and he thought, should I sell that or not, And but the more you invest in your business, the more it will flourish, And on the area that working with people, I know when I started going to one church, the pastor thought I would he'd had experience before one time where he invited a pastor to his church, and then the pastor gave a lot of business cards of his church to his congregation. Some of his congregation members left his church, went to the other church. And so this pastor said, when he knew I was a pastor coming there, he sort of worried, am I going to steal his sheep, But I said to him, I'm here to help you grow, your church, actually. And he said, okay, and I really did that. I prayed for his members. I helped him, and his church began to actually prosper. And he realized that he really kind of needed me to help him, and they're often asking me to give sermons in his church, but it was always to support his own congregation's growth, And then, so there are different things. And obviously, when we're talking about interfaith, if we denigrate other churches and so on, it gets around, so we always have to support one another and give positive thoughts, about other churches, not to think that you're going to promote them and they'll go to that faith or something like that from your faith. So, in every way, if we be positive, then eventually that person will hear the positive things you said about their church, there are so many ways this thing of giving unconditionally, it will just come back to you, as was said, it's like some sort of a principle, universal principle, that you just give, and then it's almost like a vacuum, when you give out everything out, then it just sucks back in, you create a vacuum, a space, and the universe keeps pouring into that space that you've created by constantly giving out, Anyway, just a few thoughts about that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, everyone. It's time now for us to offer our unison prayer. So I'll just bring up the screen. Okay. Let's pray together. Thank you. Jew. Thank you. Thank you again, Rev Yutaka, and I hope everyone has a great day and see you all tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.